Alright guys, a week ago around showed you the done intake, completed intake. Um, got some logos on it. Here's the complete induction. These are for fuel injection, but they make more power if you put these in and run the nitrous there too. So I put some smaller ones in here, not as big as the injector one, but they're, you can see them there. Distributes the nitrous better, increases the horsepower of the charge, the fogger. Um, these are welded in for the rail if we switch to fuel injection. Um, got my coolant passage from each side of the head and the back. The fronts, like everyone knows, there's a crossover here. I was going to run from here to here, but with the fogger system and my tall valve covers, I was afraid that everything was going to hit throttle throttle bar, all that. So I decided just to make it like this, where the coolant will go from here to the other side of the head. Now, it'll clear the distributor, either a short profile one that's wide, or it'll clear a conventional MST. So that's good. Just did that, and then here got a nitrous switch. Other side. Looking through the phone. Nitrous switch. But we're going to remove this one and we're going to put a TPS here. I got the progressive system for nitrous, and we're going to put a TPS in there and run it off of the ramp, off of that, not off the switch. This is a 1050 Ultra XP. It's got 89 jet. I did put a power valve in there, 6.5, because I am going to run on the street. I got the fuel lines ran all the way to the regulator. Got the bracket set up. This is for my fuel injection. Nitrous. When I get it hooked up, this will go to the nitrous, to the fogger system, and to the other fuel pump and a fuel cell. These things are so expensive that I just run whatever I have. I got blue, red, black, blue. I'm not gonna buy it. If they work perfect, I'm not gonna buy all black ones. They're super expensive. And Wilson tapered 2-inch spacer. Expensive. I found it on eBay for a really good price. It's the only reason I have it. I already cleaned all the carburetor out, put new nonstick gaskets on the Holly, put some chapstick on the gaskets. I know they're non-stick, but they still stick. So I put a little bit of chapstick, you just rub it in the gasket, and it helps a lot. Hopefully that helps you guys. It's a badass carburetor. Very light. My other one, if you saw my other videos, I had the old Dominator, 3 times as heavy as this. This is super light, billet, and aluminum. Really can't see because of the lighting. but she's coming along. Tomorrow is Monday. Today's Sunday. Going to possibly pick up the heads. They're flowing pretty good. I'll show the flow sheets when I get them here. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to go over there. Might pick up the heads to do the exhaust a little bit more, tweak it a little bit. It is at 72%, but I'm going to try to get it to 75% of the intake to the exhaust. So I'm trying to get about 310 at 800 lift out of the exhaust, because that's a big problem with the big blocks exhaust flow. So I'll make another video on that this week. But it's coming along. I should be able to pick up my motor, the parts, a week and a half. And then that'll be the next video. Assembling the motor, short block, crank, rods, pistons. It's going to be 11.7 to 1. It will be run on pump gas 93 octane with 10% race fuel. But I can run on 93 octane only. With the dynamic compression, I'm fine. Static's going to be under 195. So I'll be at like 11.62 something. It's 11.7 to 1, which is perfectly fine with aluminum heads and with the dynamic compression that I have on my cam. It'll be close to 800 lift. I'll show you my cam specs. This is her, Fury. I took the front clip off so I can do everything without scratching the paint. It's very easy to get off, so that's going to be going good. To put it back on is simple, just need an extra hand. Suspension, with wheelie bars, I don't need a lot of travel. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice, but that's a lot of money. And this already ran 5.5 in the 8th with wheelie bars. So it's about 200 pounds lighter in the front. If I leave the fuel system and radiator here, if I move the radiator, obviously not that one, a bigger radiator in the trunk and the fuel cell in the trunk, be right at 50-50. So it's going to be a lot lighter. It's already going to be 200 to 220 pounds lighter on the nose, and it ran a 5.5, so that's a lot better. I used to have cast iron heads, fully ported 990 castings. I sold them already. That was 11.5 to 1. I'm 30 over now, so I'm a 548 instead of a 540. Shout out to Billy and the gang. Fury, that's her name. Force fed. That's my baby porting and polishing heads. There's my headers, one of them. I'm gonna do something funky with the exhaust collector. I got it up here. I'm gonna try something with reversion. I got two different sizes. These are gonna go inside the collector, and I'll show you how I'm gonna modify it to keep the balance coming out. And as soon as it starts getting that back pressure and going back to low pressure, it's gonna grab these cones. They're gonna be welded into collectors. I'll show you what I'm doing. That'll be before I go to the track. I'll have these put in. They're 2 1/4 primary and 4 1/2 out the back with I'd say a 16-inch collector. So I got plenty of room to put them inside for a reversion. I don't know if it'll work. I think it's going to work a little bit better for torque on the street, but that's why I'm doing it. I'll let you know how it goes. Here's my double master cylinders, Willward brakes. Sorry about the mess. Power Glide, 5,000 stall, but it'll launch around 4. I'll be testing and tuning like 3,000, 3,200 launch, but when I get going and everything's working right, I'll be launching at 4, 4,200 around there. I did put a fan on my trans cooler. Didn't have one before because I'm going to be running on the street. In the back, there's a big hole, so it'll be sucking the air through the cooler, cooling it down, and then that air is going to cool the motor too. Radiator is small for the streets. I know that. That's why I'm doing a lot of extra plumbing to keep the motor cool. But putting that radiator in the trunk, it's going to be a lot better. But again, money. It's a lot of money. Probably like $2,000 if I do it all myself, which I will. And the fuel cell in the back. I'll use that fuel cell for my nitrous. When I do run nitrous at the track, I'm looking for a sponsor. It'll be on race fuel. It won't be on 93 octane. So I'm going to go back and forth with the tunes. I also did buy a MST programmable 2, which I have on my Camaro. So I'm switching out the conventional when I have the 7 AL2. All this will be for sale. It's for sale because I'm switching everything to the programmable, so I won't need it. And I got my delay box. Here's a Power Glide. I'm gonna switch to a 400 hopefully next season. Can't wait to fire her up in a couple weeks. Hopefully, if I can get small tires, I'm going to go to Little Gangster in April 12th and 13th, I think it is. But right now, there's 32 by 14 by 15 Hoosiers. Big tire. But we'll see how it goes, because I want to dyno it to break it in and to adjust everything, tune it up and everything, dyno, and then test and tune at the track. So it all depends if I can make it or not to that Yello Belly one. I'm trying to my best, but it also depends on the dyno. I don't want to break it in on the street. I think it breaks in better on the dyno, and that'll just make my motor last longer. On the street, I will be removing the Lexan. She's dirty right now. She's been up on these jack stands for too long. But I just wanted to show you guys the intake. It's coming along. Hope you guys like. If you do like the video, subscribe and comment. I'll answer any questions you want and or need to know. But either way, I'm hoping I see you guys at Yello Belly. Come say hi. We'll be testing and tuning before that. So when we get to Yello Belly, we know what we got. Hopefully 4.9 to 5.5. If it does the same, I'm fine with it, with small tires. So I had a whole bunch of traction with those, and I don't know what it's going to do on small tires. It's going to be, hopefully, I'll give you the dyno results, about 1,000 horsepower on 93 octane with 10% race fuel. But I can adjust the timing so I can run on the street on 93 octane from the pump. I'll show you guys that on the grid when I hooked it all up and everything, so there's no detonation. I also have the V cut in my chamber that I'm doing this week for detonation. Saw that on Ben's video. I forgot his last name, but I'll put it somewhere in the description when I find out his last name. But no detonation in this motor, I'll tell you that much right now. But thank you guys, and hopefully you guys like the videos, because there's going to be a lot more now. I also do videos. I'm a master tech, so I do a lot of videos on helping you guys diagnose a car or what I find on cars to make it easier and quicker, so everything goes smoother when you guys are fixing cars. But thanks for everybody that subscribed and liking the videos and commenting. I appreciate everything, and hopefully you guys like the content and keep on coming back. All right, you guys take care, and have a blessed weekend. Bye bye.